So I was thinking, I have now done the 25 miles per hour bounce above the car video. I made that go 25 miles per hour. I have also done the chicken jockey video. I tried my best to go ahead, tried my best to make that go 25 miles per hour, but it did not. Okay, so in today's video, I was thinking, I have one little tiny spare wheel right here. No. I have four of the exact same tires. And I have four of the exact same big tires. However, I only have one small little tiny tire, and that is round about this. Now, I can't actually be asked to be now, I have not used this in any type of project whatsoever, this wheel right here, because it is not the exact same size as these black tires. As you can see, this is just a little bit more bigger than black tires. And also, why would you exactly need a 5-wheel drive car or something like that? Or when motorizing, you would at least want 2 wheels motorized, 2 wheels motorized, 2 wheels motorized, and 2 wheels motorized. But this, I only have one wheel of this. I only have one of this kind of wheel. So in today's video, we're going to solve that issue by making a 1-wheel drive car, and I'm going to set my challenge for myself to only make it this big. Oh yeah! But, however, you're possibly wondering, Nathan, how on earth are you going to make this? How on earth are you going to make this motorized and go 25 miles per hour, obviously, to be able to fit in there with, say for instance, we're going to use this motor and receiver and battery. How are all this stuff and the wheel all going to fit in this one base board? Well, here comes the conclusion where you didn't actually realise this. We're going to extend it. Oh yeah, we're going to extend it, because it needs walls and stuff like that. And if we put walls and stuff like that in it, then that means that it will practically be only that size of base plate board, and you cannot make a 25 miles per hour 1-wheel drive type Lego type car that is only gonna house that, because the motor is already taking 4 studs worth of space. So I've taken inspired by that, and basically we're going to put base plates here and here. We're going to put that base plate board here and that base plate board there. And then when we put this one on top, then you can kind of see where this is going ever so slightly, because there's 3 studs on this side, 3 studs on this side, and then there's only one. Yeah, there's only one on each side. That means that there is space to end up putting the walls down these slots here and here, and that means that it will still be the exact same size as this, apart from that means that it will be 2 blocks sticking out here, 2 blocks sticking out here. But that is completely fine, because for this to be able to, once this all works and stuff like that, because that's all fine and all, because once this all works, I'm going to try and make this thing go 25 miles per hour, oh yeah. And then that is where this has come off here, and it doesn't matter how long this is, but it has to be this wide. It has to be this wide, but it can be however long wide there is. That's why when we're trying to make the 1-wheel drive type thing, it doesn't matter how long it is, but it must only have one bit of the walls sticking out. So only one bit has to be for the wall. So these walls are only going to be 1 block thick, and that's it. If it even has walls. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start building this machine here now. But obviously, when building this stuff, well yeah, we need to be able to sink this wheel into the middle and then that means that all these base mode boards are going to be absolutely useless, because we don't need that, we just need some bricks that goes across there, so then we can put that beam, and then put a cross beam there, and then end up putting a motor around about here, or just end up putting one there, or we can end up doing dual motor or something like that if it fits, because bear in mind we've got to keep within the spectrum of this spectrum, and yeah, one motor is already the exact same size as that, so yeah, because one of these motors are roughly about 6 studs wide, and the case can only be 6 studs wide. However, we've obviously extended out by 2 studs, but when it comes to doing this big project, we can't do that, no. We've only got 4 blocks to deal with. So my thinking is, rather than trying to put the motors like this in line with the wheel, I put all of them off at an angle, then I can do worm gear or gear to gear or something like that, to end up putting the gear ratio to end up feeding it from this way into this way. And then yeah, it should be completely fine then. So, alright, without further ado, let's get to building now, this masterpiece type thing.
A few moments later.
Okay, and as you can see, this is what the project looks like so far, at the moment anyway. I don't think I'm done with it, or maybe this might be the done with scenario. But as you can see, it is a one-wheel drive scenario. This is the only type of wheel that is actually getting motorized. These are just the brown dodgy wheels, because for some dumb stupid reason, I've just not put that in the middle. But there is a motor there into a gear ratio, to a worm gear, to a normal gear, which I ended up putting upside down, which I didn't know that you could do that up until this point. And then I've done crossbeam across there with a Technic axle, and then you've got the little tiny one wheel there, this is the only wheel that's getting motorized. And then I added these 2 dodgy wheels onto it, because I noticed it kept on leaning towards the sides, and then I noticed it kept on leaning towards this way, because the motor is right here. That's why the receiver's right here, because the motor's here, and then the wheel is on this side, but the motor's on this side, so it's leaning over to this side, and then that's why the battery is on the back. And yeah, because otherwise it makes it too top heavy to be doing it. Otherwise it starts to do that, because there's no wheel on this side that is bigger. There's no similar wheel to that. But anyway, no, without further ado, let's go ahead and turn this thing on. I have not turned this thing on yet. And yeah, this is possibly not going to go straight, because it's leaning towards the right, more to the left. But 3, 2, 1. Oh wow, it's really slow. It's really, really slow, but it works. Oh, look at that go. It's slow, but it works. Okay, I think I see potential in this thing, but it is very slow. That's how slow it is. I think we might even have to gear ratio it. The motor itself, or gear ratio the wheel itself. I mean, the wheel's kind of in the center, it's kind of not. Yeah, it's leaning more into this direction than that direction. Just only by 1 though, but yeah. It's crazy though how this thing can move. And there's no point in doing a speed test run with it, no. Ah, so it moves backwards. It's a backwards person. That's straight. And then forwards is turning. Ah, that's quite cool. All I'm doing is changing the angle by just pressing up. If I press down anyway. At least it works.
A few moments later.
Okay, and as you can see, it's got way more darker in here, considering that the fact I've just had to turn on that studio light and the wall lights. I'm not getting the other light out, so that is why Now there is only one, and the wall lights are on because I'm not getting the other one. I'm not getting the anti-solid DC300 out just for the sake of recording. No. And I did turn on that one, but yeah, it's just this is not helpful. So yeah, but anyway, as you can see, this is looking all quite nice right here, and just like what I said, it was going to be all made out of Technic, and yeah, it looks really quite nice, and all nicely works as well. And when you place it down on the ground, this thing does tend on moving about, but you can you're just going to have to live with that. I got to be quick because I can only record for a couple of seconds. Alright, there we go. And then, yeah. It does work. And then it crashes onto the floor. Yippee! Yoink. No, let's see it. God, it's really dark. And it's really broken. Oh, it's proper broken. Oh no, what's the best amendment? Yoink. This car is so small, but moves very, very quickly when it's backwards because the front wheels are backwards. You see me? It does that. Oh yeah, you can go there. Is it stupid? Is it stupid? No. Battery turned itself off. Surely. This can go quicker than that, surely. Yoink. It's only got one motor on it, and it likes to turn itself off. Okay, so it likes to turn itself off. That's a bad sign. A leak in that room. Kids are making spitting noises, isn't it? All day my bedroom's been making those noises. Very strange, isn't it? Oh, there goes the battery. There goes the battery. Yeah, it's only just a little done. Sorted. Fixed. It likes popping up and down. Ike. This may take a while. Is it working? Ow. Maybe this was not such a good idea to do this video.
So just a 5 PM reminder, you're still a failure!